What time is it?
I don't know, 11. Oh, crap!
Open that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to announce the best host of our show, the big moment of the night. And the winner is... Tom Cloutier.
I'd like to thank my mom. I'd like to thank the Flying Speed. Oh, never mind. We got a show to do. All right. This week, guys, Lindsey Graham is doing a town hall right here in Clemson, South Carolina. So know there'll be a bunch of crackers in attendance.
Whoa! Whoa, what?
What? Graham crackers.
Whoa. What is that?
Like, that's what he's calling his supporters now.
Oh, that's weird. What is... Something's not right. Wait. What? I'm sorry. Get out of my way. Sorry. There's been a mix-up. I'm really sorry. I don't know. But that is not the right host. Sorry. With the wrong info. Big mess-up. And now, time for the real host of our show, Josh Strickland!
Oh my God! Oh my God!
You did it!
Oh my God, and you're appropriately dressed.
I am. I had to change in the elevator for a couple minutes.
I'm gonna get back to my podium.
All right, yeah, where you belong. All right, hello everybody. Welcome to This Week in the Universe, where we talk about everything in the universe. Mostly the topic of death. Oh, all right. So, Worth, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. This weird thing just happened.
Yeah, I saw that.
I just totally forgot that we had host of the show already. And like this other guy came on.
It's only been one episode. How are you already forgetting about me?
It was like this episode. So strange.
All right, well, we're gonna get on with this show now.
We should.
Since you broke my heart. All right, This Week in the Universe is now the most viewed pilot episode here on Tigervision on our YouTube page with about 200 views, over 200 views now. Yeah. We did a good job. Now we're stressed. And we're only going to get better. We're going to start. I just want to give that announcement before we start the actual show now.
Nice.
Let's start with the first joke here, because we got jokes.
Kind of.
It's kind of. Verizon has brought back the unlimited data plan, and I and Worth both have it now. So now we can watch a certain YouTube video over 200 times.
You know, maybe just like 100 per phone. You know, who's saying anything?
I mean,
we're not calling names.
No, not at all. In sports news, basketball superstar and Judas of Oklahoma, Kevin Durant, is now out for the season with a knee injury. In unrelated news, Russell Westbrook is reportedly throwing a massive celebratory party this weekend.
Yeah, I don't know what the celebration is about.
Yeah,
but,
what's that all about? In the middle?
I was invited. He just said, like, you're in, like, and I was like, sweet.
I got that too.
Yeah, are you going?
I don't know.
We can carpool. We can
carpool?
We can take my new Kia.
What kind of Kia? Which one?
You have a Kia?
I have a Kia.
We can just take your Kia because I don't have a new Kia. So.
All right. Anyways, Nintendo Switch is coming out this Friday, and it has a big issue. The controllers don't function properly, just like Link's ability to speak.
Whoa, I've been waiting years for that guy to talk. I imagine it's going to be really nasty when he does.
Yeah, and that's a Zelda joke for anybody who doesn't know. Of course, we have a Betsy DeVos joke tonight. It's a political career.
Wow. Yeah, we just had to throw that in there, mainly because, you know, we don't like her, and she's crazy.
Yeah, it's just awful.
But, hey, Josh, what's up with these jokes? Why do all these jokes kind of suck?
Well, all our writers had exams this week, so, you know, we're kind of... After being the most viewed pilot episode on Tigervision's YouTube channel, we have to lower everybody's expectations real quick.
Yeah, right.
So we've got to plummet them.
Well, I'd say we raise them back up by starting the show.
All right, so we're gonna look at what Nick's doing now, because last time he was playing a video game, but this time he's doing something better.
We have no idea what. Let's see.
Hey Nick,
What up?
what you doing?
Making honey chicken.
Nice.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Worth Burrows, and welcome to our latest segment, Movies That Are Worth Watching, or Movies Worth Watching. This just happened to fall in line, with Oscar week. This is a segment we're going to start doing regularly, just because I'm someone who watches a lot of movies and mildly looks like Roger Ebert. And yeah, and so we're just going to talk about some of the movies that maybe you didn't see and why you should watch them. I mean, obviously, Moonlight won Best Picture, and it is a movie that I didn't see. I really wish I could have. I didn't get the chance to. It wasn't in theaters around me when it came out. But it's a movie that it's not very mainstream America. Like, when you watch it, it's a very foreign thing. It's the whole movie watching experience is going to be an exercise of empathy. And I've been privileged my entire life because I'm, like a white heterosexual guy from a pretty good family. So I've never had to face some of the struggles that guy had to, and I'm really looking forward to going into his shoes, and watching the movie. But I'm going to get back to the movies that I have watched and not a lot of other people have, and why you should watch them. The first movie that I'm going to talk about is Hell or High Water. Hell or High Water actually was nominated for a lot of things, including Best Picture. It did not win by a landslide. I think it just they just did really good. They did a really good job with it, but no one really talked about it. It's directed by David Mackenzie, starring Chris Pine and Jeff Bridges. It currently rocks a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes and a seal of freshness. It's a small story about two brothers and their struggle to balance their personal lives and their criminal lives. It's a high noon type movie that blurs the lines of good and evil, and it's just something that I enjoyed. It's only like an hour and 42 minutes. I think you should give it a try. So, and then there's another movie that no one watched, which is The Nice Guys. It came out over the summer. It flopped pretty hard, but it was a really good movie, and that's The Nice Guys with Russell Crowe. And Ryan Gosling's a private eye, and Russell Crowe is kind of an enforcer, and it's a mystery comedy, whole 9 yards. And they're just investigating the mysterious death of an adult film star, Misty Mountains. And it's just really funny and exciting. It got like a 92 on Rotten Tomatoes. It had like overwhelmingly positive critical acclaim, but no one watched it, so give it a try. And then lastly, of course, Arrival. Arrival did get nominated for Best Picture. I think Amy Adams got snubbed for Best Actress. She didn't even get nominated when I think she did a fantastic job. It was my favorite picture of the year. I just happened to watch it on Thanksgiving. Me and my brother just decided to go to the movies, and I looked to see what was out, and I saw Arrival had fairly good reviews, and so we just went in, and I didn't know anything about it, and it just was really good. It was a thinker. People are calling it a response to bad movies. It was directed by Denis Villeneuve. He's a French-Canadian director. I mean, it's a movie about aliens coming to Earth, but in the long run, it's really a movie about humanity, and I think that a lot of people should watch it. And lastly, we have the Oscars, and a lot of people enjoy the Oscars. I mean, I do, but they're not always really accurate. I mean, there's a lot of movies that they've recognized and a lot of movies they haven't, and there's a lot of good movies that didn't win Oscars and a lot of bad movies that did. And so I'm just gonna give you a quick list of some that did and didn't. So these are movies. I'm gonna list their Oscars. Reservoir Dogs, 0. Boogie Nights, 0. Fight Club, 0. Moneyball, 0. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, 0. The Color Purple, 0. It's a Wonderful Life, 0. Taxi Driver, 0. The Shawshank Redemption, 0. Literally any movie directed by one of the greatest directors of all time, Alfred Hitchcock, 0. Suicide Squad, 1.
Get out of my chair!
Okay.
So, last Thursday here at Clemson, we had a movie festival called the College Movie Festival, and we have one of the top 4 winners here from Catch. We got Josh, we got Nick, we got Sean. How are you guys doing today?
Great.
Not too bad.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so your movie Catch, it's a fantastic. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was a short film, not really a movie, but.
It was interesting to make. It was definitely Sean came up with the original idea, and we kind of just ran with it. Honestly, well, Sean, you can speak on how you kind of came up with it and stuff.
Well, the original plan is basically we heard about the movie festival and we were like, what can we shoot? And the first thing we thought of was, hey, why not a horror shoot, because it's fun to do and scaring people is also kind of fun. So
That's true.
we started with just the basic. We wanted to like convey a mood. We wanted it to be suspenseful and like keep people on the edge of the seat. The story not as important as the emotion that we would impart through the film. And then after that, we just kind of filled in the blanks. We were like, hey, why would someone be at this mill? Because the mill in Newry was the first place that came to my mind to shoot. And we thought it could be just some kids like causing mischief, and we thought of a fisherman, and it seemed to fit perfectly. So.
All right, so I have a very simple question for you guys. What was your favorite part of shooting this? Very simple. Starting easy.
You go first, Sean.
Oh, I'm gonna take it first. Oh man, favorite part? Probably, I mean, honestly, working with these guys we just had a blast.
Aw.
We would mess something up, and then we just all crack up. And then we'd have to shoot it again, and we did it all in 2 days. So like we messed up, we'd be like, all right, like that was hilarious, but we got to get back to shooting.
Yeah.
So it was like hectic but fun.
I think my favorite part was the fishing scene at the very beginning. The mill was a little bit too like creepy for me.
It looks creepy.
Oh,
I would not enjoy myself there.
Oh no, I actually wasn't really having fun. Like I was trying to get the scared, I was trying to get the scared emotion. Like the expression on my face, but like, and I was trying to like use some of my real emotions that I was feeling during then to kind of help me out there. So I liked the beginning part because I was outside, it was nice. I was like actually fishing, like trying to catch something. I didn't actually catch anything, but it was pretty relaxing.
If you would have caught something, would you put it in the movie?
Yeah, actually, we were thinking about instead of using the props at the end, we were thinking about using real fish that we had caught. But there's like some oil slick
in the
water, and we really didn't expect to catch anything anyway.
Yeah, that's an issue.
Yeah.
I would say my favorite part was going to the grocery store and buying the fish, and because we had to we wanted whole fish. So the first place we went, we asked was like, hey, do you guys have any fish? And they're like, no, but Publix probably has some. And so we went to
Publix has everything.
Oh, they do. And we went up to the seafood place and we're like, we have an odd question for you. Do you have whole fish? And she's like, yeah, we got some trout, we got some bass over here. And we're like, all right. And she asked, she was like, well, what are you guys using this for? And we're like, oh, we're actually using it for a movie. And she's like, well, I mean, this isn't the first time somebody's done it.
That was the most surprising thing I'd heard. She's like, oh yeah, we've had people ask for fish for props for movies before. We're like, really? Like, is that a common
South
thing?
Carolina, of all places. So that was really funny.
That's interesting, really. So I already asked what made you film there, but you kind of answered that because it's terrifying. It's a scary place. It looks like I've never been there. Someone we have working backstage, Sam's been there. He goes there often, apparently. He goes there to fish, actually, sometimes.
Really?
So, yeah. So it's just I would not go there.
The general mood is a mood of stay away. Like that's the general.
Did you guys spend like 2 full days there, or
it was
just filming? Not too full, but
like 1 p.m. to like 5 or 6.
The first day we were there for like a solid 3 hours, and then the next day we were there for a solid 4. But like we were very limited because we either forgot to charge our batteries for our cameras the second day, or they just like died really quick. So we were like, in between trying to get all of our shots, we were like, all right, we need to hurry because I only got 15 minutes of battery left.
All the cameras are winding down, a little ticking down.
So I was like, oh yeah, and like I finished the last shot that we didn't actually end up getting in, and as soon as I finished it cut off, and I was like, well,
last camera,
thank the Lord,
last
we got it done.
On the last day.
But yeah, that was pretty funny.
So you guys said it took 2 days. Is that including shooting, editing, all that, everything? It took 2 days.
Yeah.
Saturday night and Sunday night.
Sean did all the editing in like a night.
Because I understand the rules where you got a full week.
Yes. We
So-
didn't have time that week.
I have classes during the week. I mean, we all have classes during the week. So.
Obviously, yeah.
We're not
college students.
He and I are engineering majors. Sean's a business major, so it's like we have no time for like other stuff. So we're like, all right, we got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I don't know what we did on
Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
really
we didn't
remember
really
Friday either.
I think Friday actually we went to the mill, and before we started shooting, we did just like principal photography, just like the shots that we had thought of during the week. We took photos of, just so we could have like a reference when we were planning out what we were gonna do, because we're like, man, we're gonna have 2 days, like we have to get in, get out, get all the shots we need and not miss any. And so having the principal photography really helped on that, honestly.
That's good. So you won best cinematography at the college movie festival, and worst favorite shot, which is the sidekick, my co-host. His favorite shot was the one where you guys are walking upstairs.
Okay.
The one where it's just zoomed in on his feet walking up the stairs. So like
That was all this guy.
That was like a lot of luck.
It took
honestly.
it took quite a few tries to get
I think it took like 2 or 3, and I think it was Nick's idea for the shot to like have
It was this guy.
It was Sean.
Right. Well, Sean was thinking that the sound was going to be a huge part of the film. There was no dialogue, and that was written. We had planned on having no dialogue and focusing on the sound to kind of amplify like the creepiness, make the audience like kind of be on edge. Footsteps, ambient noise outside, the real sound, So when we were doing the stairs, we made sure to get real close with the microphone, make sure to really get the essence of the footsteps for that.
Yeah, actually, of all the sound in the film, everything you hear is dubbed in post-production, so none of that was recorded live in the camera, except for that footstep shot going up the stairs. And that was, we had to cut all the background noise out and stuff and try to get just the footsteps. But it worked out so well with the shot and with the sound and with like the big heavy clunk that we basically decided we had to keep it in, like we had to use it. So.
Yeah, and it was really hard too because we didn't have a gimbal and we didn't like have any of these like fantastic other instruments that a lot of other people had, because I mean we're not film majors, we don't really have all this stuff. It was a camera we rented from the library and the camera they gave us and Sean's DSLR. So I was manipulating the tripod as best as I could, just like carrying it like a suitcase and then one hand over here and like keeping it as steady as I could and all my footsteps even, and it just so happened like it worked out incredibly well and it was really smooth, and I was like when I saw it play back, it was not at all what I was expecting. I was expecting to be like really shaky, but it turned out perfectly.
That was one of my favorite parts of the film.
Yeah.
So another thing is what's up with the random reel shot? That's just in.
Yeah.
Well,
I've got to tell you about it.
well, okay. I mean, of course, first it's a bit of a jump scare. So if you're not expecting it, if the volume's loud, it kind of kicks in and you jump a little bit because you're not ready for it.
I jumped a little bit.
Good. That's a plus. That means we did our job right. But the original thought, the way we took the story was we had a fisherman who was catching fish, and then we wanted to sort of personify the mill as fishing for the fisherman. So reeling him in with like each sound he hears brings him farther and farther into the mill until he gets to the center. So those reel shots are to sort of jog the viewer's memory of like, oh, he's getting like pulled in, like it's got him hook, line, and sinker. So.
And the two places we put them in, I think, were like the 2 places where like most people would be like, nah, I'm out, I'm leaving, I'm not staying here. True. So it was like you had to fill some type of gap to like keep the viewer thinking that like, okay, what's like bringing this person in at this certain time and this certain place too, because like if you don't have that and you hear a sound inside a creepy place, you're gonna run away. But like that in that way, so when you see the reeling, it's like thinking, okay, well this person's got to be like mesmerized in. And I think we did it once went outside right as he was walking along, and then the second time was when he was like getting pulled in to the door with all of the creepy fish and stuff like that. So those were like the 2 places where like you kind of had to have something to like pull them in, or it wouldn't be realistic. I mean, it's not very realistic, but like it's just like theoretically
as far as it goes.
That was a conversation we were having when we were filming. I'd be like sitting there like on the dock, and then the little scene where there's a creepy figure on the roof, and I was telling him, I was like, I see that. I'm not going to want to go in there.
Yeah,
like we need to add some shot in there to make it more believable, because if I see that, I'm dipping out.
Yeah.
And
Most
so-
people would.
Yeah, so as we were filming, we kind of added that stuff in there that we didn't exactly plan on it to make it seem a little bit more realistic.
Yeah.
The story really wrote itself as we filmed it, as we were on location and saying, okay, we have this set of stairs. How do we get them up the stairs?
We didn't do a lot of.
It was a lot of stuff like that. A lot of
It was
stuff
more
that
just for the
came to
feel,
us
not
on
for
site.
we planned out the what feeling and what sentiment we wanted to give the viewer at that time, but not we didn't really go into any type of story beforehand. That was all all Sean said on set.
Well, you guys got top 4. There were 50 films that were put in, and only 16 got shown on the big screen in Little John. And you guys got top 4. You're going to Atlanta. You're going to Terminus. Are you guys excited about that?
Yeah.
More than I was.
It's kind of a stupid question, but
Mainly, I was surprised, and I was so blown away when I saw that we got a silver tripod award.
We were not expecting.
To be honest, I wasn't expecting it. We were talking in our seats when we were at the film festival.
Yeah.
Because it went through. They would do 4 out of the 16 films that they showed. They would do them in blocks of 4.
Yeah.
And so we got to was it the 3rd or the 4th?
We were the 4th.
We were
Yeah,
the
in
last
block.
set.
So they had shown 12 films already, and ours wasn't on there. And we were like, okay. We were like, this stinks. We didn't get in. We're probably not in here. And then I think it was the second film that they showed.
Second
the
film
last
of the last
one.
set.
Of the last
So,
batch. And
yeah.
it was just so funny because I was the whole entire time I was just seeing all these all these documentaries that were really good,
all the films are well done.
all of them were so good and so
really good work.
crisp and so clean. They had very good equipment, 4K cameras, all the things that they needed, drones, and it was I don't know how we can
Drone
compete
shot.
with this type of stuff. So it was just when we saw our film to begin with the first time that we were in the top 16, it was just we did what we came to do.
Really
we did a good job.
That's another thing I was wondering. Do they tell you guys if you're in the top 6?
Nope.
So you just have to go and find out.
No, we went from that last segment. We went from hey, wow, our film, we weren't even top 16. That's a bummer. To then having the silver tripod and then being a jury award, and it was a roller coaster, honestly.
Yeah.
And it was funny too because we had a little inkling when we walked in too, because one of the guys that was on the team for the place or for CMF, they he was walking by just taking pictures of people.
He saw Nick with the fish hat.
Nick had a fish hat.
You were wearing a fish hat.
I wore a hat with a bass coming
Yeah.
out.
Through front and back.
And this guy walks by and he's taking pictures and he goes, "Hey, you're from Catch, right?" And I go, yeah. I was I can't
that's a
believe I
good
got
sign.
I was
Yeah,
first
we're
time
like,
I've
oh, he
ever been
knows
recognized. And I yell at him and I go, "So does that mean I got in?" And he just kind of gives me a look. He doesn't say anything. So we're I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
We thought it was a good sign, but we didn't want to get too optimistic, too quick.
And then we saw the rest of them. We're like, oh
man.
Okay, so this is going to be a little bit of competition.
Right.
And it was
So-
there were so many good ones, honestly.
So how awkward would it have been if you weren't in top 16?
Oof.
It would have been this hard.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It still would have been fun to see all the films. I still would have enjoyed all the films, but
Yeah.
it made it just that much better.
Yeah.
Because I was just sitting there, it's they had to contact the top 16. Because there's no way, I wouldn't show up to this if my movie wasn't in it.
Exactly. I mean, that's exactly what they must have been thinking. They said, hey, we have 50 people who submitted films. If we only show 16, we're only going to get 16 crews who show up to watch their movie.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a good move on their part, honestly.
Yeah, it's smart, but it's
Yeah, it's a little
Yeah,
nerve-wracking.
we were getting. I never had the thought that we weren't gonna make it in because I didn't want to be cocky, but we put so much we put a lot of our time and effort. Sean stayed up until 3 a.m. editing, and
That's where the cough is from.
Yeah. So there was never a doubt that we were gonna get in. It was more just when I saw the rest of them, I was like, well, I mean, we made it this far. I'm happy. I don't think we're gonna win in the top 4 because they were just, and then we did. And it was just yes.
Yeah.
Well, I loved it. Worth loved it. Everyone I've shown it loves it. So I hope you guys did a great job. I hope you guys. I wish you guys good luck in Atlanta. I hope you do something there. I don't know how that works. I guess there's a top 16 there too. I don't know.
We have
it's
no.
It's gonna go through another process where they'll have another jury evaluate
But this time it's
some of
the entire country.
It's the entire country.
It's the finalists
some,
of the finalists.
Yeah.
Some people from
So
Europe.
yeah, again,
as
we're
well.
not
It's
expecting much, but You know,
it would be cool.
I mean, 2 awards for 2 days of
not bad at all.
shooting and editing. You know, anything could happen when you
Heck
go
of
to
an
Atlanta.
achievement.
Well, you guys did a great job.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
So that'll be it for this interview. Thanks everybody for watching, and this is This Week in the Universe. See you later.